One mini world, one creation dream.
Now, very important, guys. Once more, the minicamp is an event for learning and you can win real money. But right now we are in the class number 6, okay? So we already do all the classes, and this is the final class. And starting tomorrow, you can start submitting your maps. Remember, the first place, the excellence one, is gonna go $45. The creativity one is gonna get $40. The learning price is gonna be for $35, and the newbie, if you want, the newbie price is gonna be $50, 15, sorry. And remember, there is a lot of amount of people that can win each one of the different categories. So just be betting, okay? For this class, we gonna learn how to create a skill UE, and finally, the last part, our event closure is gonna be to create some specific missions. All right. Once more, remember, starting tomorrow, you're gonna have the last week in which you can finish your map, but you need to submit your map before the 19th of this month, okay? But this is important, guys. This is the last date, and something, okay? Oh, I'm not sure. You are seeing my screen? Yeah, you're seeing my screen. Something that I need to be sure is that you're gonna submit on time, okay? Because a lot of times in the minicamp, a lot of players and students submit the map late, okay? And that's something that this cannot happen, guys. If you do that and you tell me like, hey, teacher, I wasn't able to submit my map, I'm gonna say like, really? Remember, I told you right now the time. So remember, you have to submit your map before the 19th at 12 p.m. but it's gonna be on the Shanghai time, okay? So this is very important. You need to check your local time. Remember, each country have different time. Right now, in my country is 7:08 a.m. Probably in your country is evening or night. We have around 12 hours of difference. So check your local time. But personally, something that I need to be sure you understand is that actually I recommend to you to submit your map at max on the 17th. Why, guys? It's very simple. Imagine that something happens in your area. As an example, I don't know, internet gets off, or middleware is under maintenance, or your map get some specific bug. So just in case, submit your map at max at the 17th. Don't worry, every time after you submit the first time, every time you update, it is gonna be on the last version. And the 19th, of course, you cannot update anymore, but be sure you submit your map at the 17th at the max at 11 p.m. on Shanghai time, okay? All right? And every time I level up, I will have more available skills, right? So remember, last class, or and the previous class from that one, we learned how to create this stat screen, which you can click and close, which is gonna have the available skills here and here, and you can click on what you want to increase. It's gonna change the stats, and also you will be able to, but of course, not be able to add more things if you have no skills. And also this works the same, all right? You can close, you can open, you can see how many remaining skills you have, points, and you can learn skills and you can level up skills, okay? So right now I have 2 different skills available. If I choose roll up, I'm gonna increase the level, you see? Now it's on level 2. You're gonna know because it's gonna have another charge on it. And now it's gonna do more damage, okay? Let's read the description. It says, every level, I'm gonna have more damage and I'm gonna have more hard off effect, all right? I will be able to learn a new skill, all right? I can choose in kinetic strike or a robot. For example, if I use this, I will have a robot that is gonna help me. So first step, go to your map. You're gonna click on UE. And remember, we got already this. Well, we're gonna use this as a base, okay? So first thing, remember this small guy that has like the notification short within the flash. We're gonna duplicate it all right? So we're gonna just hit and click, Control C and Control V, and we're gonna have this guy right here. Also, we're gonna copy this, sorry, it is gonna be all of this, and we're gonna paste it right here, all right? That is gonna save a lot of work for us, all right? But remember, we need to change the name to avoid confusions. So you're gonna click on it on the second one, and you're gonna add a skill. So you're gonna know it's the right one on here. All right, we know this one is the second one. On here, also you're gonna change the name. We have that shortcut. Now we're gonna change to skill shortcut, all right? Perfect. All right. Let's continue with it. And very important, we will be able, and we have to change also the name and the icon for this, okay? So you're gonna hit edit on the icon. Remember, we have a button and an icon. So you're gonna click on change pattern. You're gonna go to basic image, and on here, of course, you're gonna have a lot of different items. The one we were using for stats, I don't remember, I think it's this one, the one with the shield here, is the first one. All right, now for skills, we're gonna use a different one. All right, remember you can use whatever icon you want. Is those, I'm just gonna use like the most according to the UI I have already on there, okay? So I'm gonna use this one, all right? So you see we have already like the shortcut, all right? Something I did for the other map is change the icon colors, all right? So the player will know that are different things, okay? But it's not necessary if you don't want to do it, it's okay, okay? So an example, this is gonna be yellow, and of course the flash, that is this small background that is gonna like blink every time you have a new one. I'm gonna change it a little bit, okay? Just for the player to know he has different things, and I'm gonna keep this as red, okay? All right, much better. Right now they can blink differently, so we have like different stats and icon here, okay? This is very important, guys. Be sure this is gonna be like not overlapping, okay? Because if it overlaps, it is not gonna be that cool. But also it's gonna be important that this is not gonna be, the button is not gonna be like in a position like this, guys. Okay, because it's gonna give you an errors, okay? If you put any button here where the player needs to move, it's gonna block this specific thing, so the player is gonna get stuck, okay? So right now we have a problem because all of this is like in the way to block the joystick on cell phone. So we're gonna move it to this position, okay? Remember, you can like move it however you want or wherever you want, but the only rule you need to follow is, or there are like two different rules, okay? Don't use this area because the player is gonna get stuck, and try to construct everything at this side, at the left side. Why, guys? Because sometimes on cell phones, like the cell phone is not gonna be able to render this part, okay? So always try to start from left to right, okay? Now we already have the shortcut, all right? We're gonna start creating the panel, all right? So remember, we're gonna have a panel like this one, all right? But for skills. So we're gonna do the same. We're gonna copy and paste this one, all right? And we're gonna modify this, okay? It's like really easy to do. You don't have to worry like too much. What we're gonna do is like expand this, all right? We're gonna put the skill points on the corner. We're gonna drag this, all right? And we're gonna move it to the center, all right? Or you can do a list. You can do like side by side, or you can do like a drop down list. It's up to you, okay? So as an example, I'm gonna do it like from side to side, okay? Of course, you can delete those because we don't gonna need it. Okay, we only need one of this. All right. We're gonna get closer, and we're gonna need a button, a background, an icon, and a text, okay? Everything else can be deleted. All right. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do first a small frame. So for do small frame, you can just change the pattern here. You're gonna go to basic image. As an example, you can use those. Okay. We have a lot of options, and see if you go to base template, you're gonna have more options. There are some that are more like medieval looking, and others that are more like, I don't know, like wherever you want, like futuristic, like modern. All right, so let's use this one. Okay, for the height, I'm gonna set up the same amount. All right, so it's too big right now. We're gonna reduce to this side. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna have is I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna use this as an icon. All right, as you see, I'm using like the same elements we already have. And then we have a description, and then we have a button, okay? So how is it gonna work? We're gonna go put the button in the middle. Remember, this is an image, this is a button, okay? And this is a text, okay? So let's start with this. We're gonna change this icon, and we're gonna put the same one that we use for the skill, okay? Right here, like this. All right, so players are gonna know that this is related with this. Okay, on here we're gonna put the background, and we're gonna change the button, okay? So right now we have a button, but we're gonna put an icon, okay? You can use whatever icon you want. I recommend it to use the one that you want to show where there's no skills available, and I use this like for showing that, okay? Why I use this one? Because it doesn't have a color, and it doesn't have a texture, okay? So it's gonna look like an empty skill, okay? Then I'm gonna change this text. I'm gonna place and change the name, okay? Skill 1, and at the beginning it's gonna set not available. All right? Or yeah, not available. You, of course, if you have a white background, you can place like a color. It's gonna show up the right amount. You can change the size here. Okay. All right. And you're gonna have something like this. All right. Now what you're gonna do is that you're gonna copy and paste 4 times this. Okay. You see? All right. Let me once more. All right. Remember, you can take the time to accommodate. All right, to make it pixel perfect. I'm just like accommodating like really quick because, well, we need a little bit of time. And welcome. I don't know how to pronounce your name because it's in Thailandese. And welcome T Game to the streaming. All right. And you can have something like this, okay? On here, you're gonna change this, and you're gonna put the name of select a skill. All right. Perfect. You're gonna have something like this, all right? Okay, perfect. So our UI is almost complete, but we will need some specific changes, okay? Because right now we have 2 different panels with the same name. So we're gonna start changing the name. This one is gonna be called skill panel, all right? Now, also we're gonna open up. Point holder is gonna be the same. Attribute holder is gonna change. We're gonna say title holder, right? Now we also gonna have like all of this called as a holder string. We're gonna change for skill 1, all right? This is gonna be skill 1. The next one is gonna be skill 2. All right, skill 2, and so on. You're gonna rename all of them. And why it's important to rename, guys? Because it's gonna be easier for you to select the right one when you are editing, okay? And you're gonna save a lot of time, okay? So I always recommend to rename everything. I know it's kind of boring because, well, when I was like editing at the beginning, I didn't do it, but you're gonna see that it's gonna be much better at the end to know what you're editing, okay? You're gonna avoid a lot of errors, all right? So you have now something like this, all right? And it's perfect. So remember, the base is an image, we have text, and over it we have like an icon, all right? Why is important this? Because with the system, it's gonna change the bottom, it's gonna change the texture for our skill, and it's gonna change the text. And also the background can change depending of what you have available or not, okay? So that's why we need to do it this way, okay? So we have the flash, we have the shortcut, we have the button and the text notification. We have the panel, that is gonna be what moves all. Remember, all of the different things need to be inside the panel so the panel can be hidden. All right. We also have the icons here and the icons for the skills, the text, and the button. All right. Now that we have this, your UI should look something like this on game. All right. Like when you're playing, it should look something like this. All right. You see, of course, this is not set up yet. This one is. All right. You see here. But this one, the second one that we create, is not yet, all right? Because we haven't do the setup. So at the beginning, it's not gonna work. We need to do the setup, okay? So I'm gonna go really quick and I'm gonna show you how to do the setup, okay? So remember the Magic Scripts website we have? Well, we're gonna use it again, okay? So we have easy skill system. And this is gonna be a script. The link is gonna be in the chat. This is actually a system that will allow you to automatically do the scripts and do the UI, okay? So you don't have to worry for setup like almost ending with some small lines. You will be able to do whatever you already see on the screen on the previous example map for learning skills, okay? So let me show you how we're gonna do it. In the screen, you're seeing the script, but of course, if you're seeing the screen, probably it's gonna take a time to copy that, so I just put that link into the chat, so you will be able to open up the script, okay? Let me show you really quick here. I have my Chrome open, okay? And what you're gonna do is just copy and paste the link I put in the chat. Remember also, I let you that information into the description for the resume, okay? So don't worry for that. All right, once more, process that you're always gonna do is if you are in computer, be sure that this is not translating, because sometimes what is gonna happen is that you have this translated and it's not gonna work because it's gonna change the words, and as the language for the game is English for programming, it's not gonna detect what you're doing. So the most important thing here is that most of the browsers are gonna have an option here that allows you to like switch the language. So be sure it's always in English. English is the language for doing this, okay? Be sure it's not translated to your local language, except if you, of course, have English as mother language, okay? Now you're gonna do is copy here. If you are in computer, you're gonna have that option. If you are in tablets or cell phones, probably you are not gonna have that option, right? You see, there is no option here. And also probably you are not gonna be able to see all the code here, because I'm seeing right now all the codes, but probably you're gonna have a button or something that says show more or click to see more, okay? So you have to click on it, and you need to be sure that you copy all from the top to the end, okay? Also, you have this option. If you have these three dots, you can copy route content. That is gonna do the same, okay? But manually, you can also do this. Be sure you are copying everything from the line 1. And you're gonna scroll and scroll and scroll down. And when you go to the end, remember you need to copy all the way until this parentheses, okay? And you're gonna copy, all right? Okay, so last line is 368. This may change because probably I'm gonna modify the system in the future. But for now, remember, you have to copy everything, okay? All right, cheers. So relax. When you already have this copy, what you have to do is go to the UI. You're gonna click again on the UI. You're gonna go to trigger. In trigger, you're gonna move to the next tab. That is gonna be script, and you're gonna click on this option. Probably it's gonna have a different name, but it's gonna be the same. Okay, so you're gonna add a new script. Okay, you're gonna delete all the content inside. If you click here, you will be able to change the name of the script. You're gonna place UE easy kills, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna paste this, okay? You're gonna save. If it saves right, if it doesn't show you any error, it's okay. If it does, like as an example, I don't know, if you get an error like this, seems that you're gonna have some problems copying the content. So what I'm gonna ask you to do is just delete everything and paste again, okay? Copy and do all the process again until you will be able to save normally, okay? All right, so right now it's not gonna do anything because we need to set up this like yesterday we did with the other one. But important things, if you scroll up as always, you're gonna find here like the different information you're gonna have, all right? And how to do the setup. So first is tell us, copy and paste this script into your map, we already did. The second is that we need to create trigger variables that are gonna be integers or numbers and are gonna be private variables. And we need to create these ones, okay? Important things. If you already have copied and pasted the previous UI, the one for stats, you don't need to create this one because the system is gonna auto-detect the name of the other variable. But if you only gonna use the skill and not the stat, you need to create all of these, okay? All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna just open up here a notepad. I'm gonna paste here, all right? And what we're gonna do is gonna go to triggers, variable, private variable, and once more, remember like yesterday we created these variables. Once more, if you already have EPS hero, you don't need to create the one I'm gonna create. But if, again, once more, that's only if you already have the stat system, okay? But if you want to implement only this one, you need to create from zero this variable, okay? So you're gonna do copy the name, you're gonna go to new variable, you're gonna go to value, and value you're gonna paste and do like this. Remember to click upload variable, and that's it, all right? But remember, once more, that's only if you don't have this script. If you don't have this script, you're gonna create that variable, okay? But if you have this script working, you don't need that variable, okay? So I'm gonna delete it for now because I already got it. And then I'm gonna copy this second one. The second one is the one that is gonna save in our profile all the information about the remaining skill points, okay? So you're gonna click on here, you're gonna select value, and you're gonna copy that. Be sure there is like no space at the end, because that can be problematic if you have something like this. So you need to be sure it is like this, okay? And that's it, okay? Now we're gonna go back to script and we're gonna go to easy, the one that we were creating, and we're gonna scroll down and says next instruction is scroll down to the setup section and set up the UI, okay? And also we have the option to change the options, of course. All right, so EPS hero, as we left the same name, we don't need to change this. Also, we have the same name for the variable, remember this? Well, it's the same name. In case you have a different name for your variables, you can just change the name here. As an example, Pepito Perez, okay? But for now, we are not gonna do that, okay? And here comes the boring part, the stressed one, that is that we need to tell the game which is gonna be the UI, okay? So how do you do that? You're gonna select this once more, and you're gonna delete. Then you're gonna go to ID library, and in the first one we have to select the UI, okay? So you're gonna go here, and we're gonna select interface, and we're gonna select the interface that we were creating, okay? Confirm. So you're gonna have something like this, all right? Now, first we're gonna select the shortcut button to open and close the menu, all right? So once more, like the last class, you're gonna delete the information is already here. You're gonna go to element, you're gonna select the UI, where you're gonna choose the element, and that is why it's important to name everything, okay? I know my skill shortcut is this one, and I'm gonna select the button, okay? The one that you can click, not the icon. And then you're gonna click here. Once more, everything is gonna have a comma, so you're gonna delete everything before the comma and after the equal symbol, okay? Now it's gonna let me select the red dot that the shortcut is gonna have for the notifications, okay? So how do you do that? Once more, delete, go to ID, go to element, select confirm, and on there we're gonna select the red dot, okay? Perfect. Once more, we're gonna delete everything before the comma. And I'm gonna repeat that a lot, of course, because that's what we're doing. Now we need to select the flash background. Yes, I'm Turkish. Solar Solaklar 75. I'm Turkish. No, never mind. I'm not Turkish. But yeah, there is some Turkish people here. So moving back, we need to delete this, and we're gonna select the thing that is gonna flash on the background. So you're gonna go to element once more, you're gonna select confirm, and on here, you're gonna select this specific thing. Remember, this green thing is gonna flash when you get a level? Well, you're gonna select that one. And once more, as always, you're gonna delete all the information before the comma. Alright, next is gonna let us select all the panel that is gonna like expand when we click on it. Alright, so once more, we're gonna delete. We're gonna go again and again and again and over element. We're gonna repeat that a lot, but don't worry, it's while we set up this. And remember, is this one is the one who holds all the different things for selecting the skills. Once more, if you have a command, delete the comma and just let the information like this. Everything that comes before the comma and after the equals is gonna be deleted. Now it's gonna show us the red dot. Okay, so I made a mistake. Remember here I said the shortcut for the red dot. Now here we're gonna select the text. Okay, so remember the dot is gonna be different to the text because the text is gonna show us how many remaining points, and the red dot is just gonna appear there. Okay, so we're gonna go again. We delete, we select, but this time we're gonna select this text. All right, and once more, everything that comes before the comma and after the equals is gonna be deleted. Now we have the remaining points here. All right, so once more, we're gonna delete, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go to elements, all right? And in elements, once more, we're gonna select the remaining points. This small text that is right here that shows how many points we left. If you have something like this, probably you need to click and be sure you are selecting the text inside of it. That is this one, is the 1990. Remember, don't select the icon, otherwise it's not gonna work. And once more, you're gonna delete all the information inside, all right? So I repeat that like, I don't know, like 20 times, but it's important, okay? All right, so right now, until this point, you can test. If you click on here, it's gonna hide and show, you see? All right, like this also. And if you go on a level, you're gonna see it's gonna blink, but this one is not blinking yet, okay? Don't worry, it's okay because we haven't added any skills to the system yet, but you can test that can open and close also this one, okay? And this one is supposed to work in fine right now. This one is gonna be a little bit different, okay? So let's move back. What we are gonna do right now is we're gonna go back here. Oh, sorry, here. We're gonna continue editing this, all right? So guys, right now we set up all of this. Now we're gonna set up the skills, all right? So first we're gonna select the button for leveling up the skill, all right? So what are you gonna do? You're gonna delete, as always. And remember, this is very repetitive, but it's gonna be very easy. You're gonna go to element, you're gonna select this, and on here, on our skill UI, you're gonna select the button. Remember, we select create a buttons to be able to click on the skill. So we're gonna select that one first, okay? Once more, everything that comes after the equals and before the comma, you need to delete it. And it's gonna look something like this. Once more, every different skill is gonna have three different things: the button, the icon, and the text, okay? Also, your icon can be your button, all right? But in case you have an icon different, you can select also the icon apart, okay? Now, once more, we're gonna do the same. We're gonna delete. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go to to element. We're gonna choose confirm. You're gonna select the icon. In this case, I'm using the icon as same as this button. Okay. And you're gonna delete everything that comes before this, okay? And finally, you're gonna select the text on here, okay? You see here, it says text description, all right. So this is gonna be the description for the first skill, all right? As you see, it's kind of like repetitive, this process, and you have to do it a lot of times, all right? Now we're gonna go for the second one. Remember, we're gonna select the button first, and then the icon, okay? Once more, go to element, you select this. You're gonna go this time for this one because we are with the second skill here. We're gonna click on here, delete everything that comes before the comma. And as you see, is like repetitive but rapid, okay? All right, so let's do this again. Once more, delete. Then we're gonna select the icon. So element, we select the UI we are working on. We're gonna select the icon and we put this. All right, what do you mean about the line 7? On here? Oh no, it's working fine. Get a little bit confused with that. All right, on here, we're gonna select the text for the second one once more. And a few moments later. It's gonna take a while, okay? But don't desperate. You're gonna, in less than 10 minutes, you're gonna have the UI fully working, okay? So I'm gonna do the same process over and over, but don't worry, I'm gonna read you in the chat, okay? So welcome neither now nor ever. Welcome back. Welcome Cybertech Roblox. And welcome Let's Go PUBG. I guess it is, yeah, the battle royale game. All right. And on here I'm gonna do the same. But I don't understand what you're telling me. You're telling me that is the number 7, which is wrong. No idea if you refer to script. All right. So once more, we're gonna go here. We're gonna select this time the third one. We're gonna select it really quick. And as I already know, I have the same, the same for like the icon and the item. I'm gonna just do this. Now I'm gonna go for the text. All right. On here, we're gonna select the text. All right. And we're gonna delete as always. On here, we're gonna have like the final one that is gonna be the last skill. So once more, we're gonna select the icon here. All right, perfect. As you see, it's very simple. Once more, you don't have to worry. Only if you remove one of those, well, you just click again on the same one and it's gonna work. Okay, just in case that happens to you, that may happen sometime. Okay, once more, here you go. You paste element, you go to confirm, and finally you select your text, okay? All right, so now your UI is supposed to be working, but there is a big problem, guys, okay? And is that right now we don't have, like, you can click on here, you can click on here. Right now we don't have like a hero or something, all right? So we haven't added any skill to the system, so it's gonna tell us that, of course, there is not any skill. You're gonna notice because in the chat it's gonna tell you hero empty, okay? That means that we haven't a hero and we haven't skills for it, okay? So remember, the last class we create something for selecting the hero. We're gonna do the same here, okay? So we're gonna do a quick and fast trigger. So every time the player comes here into this hole, is gonna assign a hero for the player, okay? All right. So as an example, we're gonna call this hero select, okay? And remember, it's just for the example. Yours is gonna be much better than mine because this is just for the example, okay? So remember, last class we created this trigger and just repeating to be able to show you how it works, okay? So players enter through this area, okay? We're gonna go to player or to assigned, we're gonna select value setup, and we're gonna tell the player, okay, in function library, player private variable, that EPS hero, remember once more, if you have this set, it is gonna be the number one. So as an example, if you have one hero, it's gonna be one. If you have more than one hero, every hero is gonna have their ID. Okay, so in this case, hero one is gonna be the first hero. And that's it, okay? All right, it's just for tell the game. And I don't know, let's say like, hey, you selected knight, okay? All right. So that's the text we're gonna have as a feedback to know this is working, okay? All right, so what you're gonna do now is that we're gonna go here because we already have the system, but we need to tell the game what are gonna be the skills and what are gonna be the levels, okay? So if you scroll down up to this part, you're gonna see some options here, yeah, right? After we set up all of this, it says change the values that you want if they are valid, okay? So skills level interval is how many levels the player needs to increase to be able to win one skill point, okay? So I'm gonna select one. You don't need to change anything more than that, okay? With this is gonna be enough. So as an example, if every 10 levels I want one skin, you put a 10 on here, right? As an example, right now, with the wand, every time the player level up is gonna 1 skill point, so the player can increase the level of a skill, okay? So we're gonna save here, of course, and we're gonna create a new script, okay? You can click on delete, and you're gonna place here a skill register, okay? All right, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna save, you're gonna go to scripts back, and on here, you can see that in the top says something that says API. Remember, API is something that you can use from scripts to modify something. So you're gonna copy this, remember, this line that is here. Here you have a little explanation of what it's gonna do, okay? And in skill register, what you're gonna do is paste and change the values, okay? So hero ID is the ID of the hero you are selecting. So we're gonna place one. Remember, when we access here, no, it's not here, but with the trigger we create, right? I'm gonna exit from this just to show you. With the trigger we create here, to select the hero, we said that it's gonna be the number one if he access to that point, okay? So we're gonna do the same right here. All right, so go here once more, and we're gonna say the hero is the number one, all right? Now we're gonna tell the item ID of the skill. Remember last class we created some skills, all right? So it's an item, okay? So as an example, I don't know, in this one we don't have skills. Oh yeah, we have one, all right? So it's gonna be this one, okay? And finally, we're gonna say the game in which level is gonna unlock. So we're gonna say as an example that starting at level 1, this hero is gonna unlock this skill. And if you place two different lines like this, you can comment and say what the skill is gonna be. I don't know. Dead pack, okay? And for example, I'm gonna have like a lot of different skills. The only thing I'm gonna do is to change the number here, that is gonna be the item. Example 1 is gonna be the banana, of course. Remember the item is which holds a skill, but of course your skills are gonna be different, right? They're not gonna be normal items. Those are gonna be usable powers, okay? So what happened? You see I have more than 5, sorry. And our UI only have 4 of them. So if you want to give a little bit of random loot to your hero, you can do something like that. Add more skills. So the player is gonna have to choose random item from the list every time that he levels up, okay? But where it was. Okay, don't worry guys. I have to figure it out. Best setup like that. Probably is because we don't have the same items here. Just let me do a quick check here. Okay, here ID one. Let's put something like this there. Okay, for now I'm only gonna work with 4 skills to avoid confusions. Don't worry, you're gonna learn how to do this later. And it's telling us that this one it doesn't exist. Oh, I think the problem it was that I wasn't selecting the hero. Alright, now that we have selected the hero, the problem was not on the script, it was in my end. Now it's still saying that we don't have an hero ID. And that is probably because we haven't set up everything, okay? Alright, I see. So you are able to play in Romania anywhere? Didn't know that. But you are able to, right? Or is not allowed for you to play in Romania? Cool. I never met someone from Romania. I'm kind of curious. What is um, the temperature, like the weather there? Is very cold? Is hot? You are in an evening or I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this. Okay. We're gonna go here. We're gonna move all the way up. Where is it? Is right here. And we're gonna change the name for EP0. Let's see if that worked. If it didn't, don't worry, when you copy the code tomorrow, it's gonna be fixed. So you don't have to worry for that, okay? But for now, I'm gonna test one more. All right. I select Black Knight. Still telling me no. Why? All right. But don't worry. Once more, guys, it's gonna work. Because I click on. Oh, sorry. I click connected. But for some reason, I wasn't able to when I submitted, I probably changed something, so I wasn't able to make it work as it's supposed to be. And it's gonna work fine, okay? But for now, with this, you're gonna be okay. All right. Just you need to click on it and place the information like I place it here. Probably it's gonna be related with the script or the trigger. Not sure what is happening, but don't worry. You only need to copy the script. It's gonna work automatically for for the living tomorrow. So just remember, wait and copy it and paste it tomorrow. Okay. You know, sometimes error happens and things don't work as you expected. Value will be okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be working fine, but well, it's okay. I'm not worried about it. All right, guys. So, moving back here, once you finish in like adding the script tomorrow, what you're gonna do is you're gonna be sure here that you're gonna hide the elements you don't want to show up at the beginning. So, skill panel is gonna be hidden. All right. Also, stat panel is gonna be hide. All right. That shortcut, the flash, also hide it. All right. And in the dot, remember we have a shortcut mark, like the notification mark, we're gonna hide it. And also we're gonna do the same for the skills, all right? So the player is not gonna have like all the information on the top, because sometimes that is kind of confusing, okay? All right, and just save. And when you play it, when you start the game, it's gonna work like this, all right? So you can open and close, right? Good, perfect. Now moving back to the other map, the map that we already created, I'm gonna add like the skill we created yesterday for the hero, okay? So I'm gonna go to edit mode. All right. And in edit mode, if you see, I'm gonna go to my UI. It's the same UI we have here. It has the same elements. Once more, if you see, we have here the panel, right? Remember the panel? All right. It's the same one, but of course it has a little bit more of design because I spend more time on the details. But you have to do the same. You can do the same, or you can take your time to make it look cooler, okay? But on here, on the scripts, I have the same information here, right? So we have the skills here, but if you see, all are registered for a hero, right? For the first one. So right now, if you select the second hero, you are not gonna have any skill. So what we're gonna do is tell the game, this is gonna be for Enforcer, for hero ID 1, which equals is Enforcer, all right? And then I'm gonna register like different skills for the second hero we have created yesterday, okay? Remember, we call that hero Start Bandit, all right? Start Bandit. And we're gonna copy and paste this once more. You're not gonna copy this. Remember, on the scripts, whenever you place this is gonna be a command, so the system is not gonna detect it. So we're gonna just copy and paste this with no the two lines at the beginning. And the hero ID for this one is gonna be the second. Remember, Star Bandit is gonna be 2. Hero Enforcer is gonna be the number 1. We're gonna select the item. Remember, we got here the items we created yesterday. Remember, we create like one that was this one that was multi-shot. Well, we're gonna put it here, and we're gonna tell the game in which game you're gonna unlock that one. We're gonna say we're gonna unlock it on level 0. We're gonna add a second skill, all right? And of course, always comment what the skill is gonna be. This is gonna be multi-shot, and this one is gonna be roll up, okay? So roll up is gonna be another skill that is already created. You select item, custom, and is this one I got here. Next one is gonna be the potion cloud. Okay, I don't know. We're gonna go as I just put in examples because we need 4 of them. All right. And I don't know. I'm gonna use this one. Of course, you need to create your own toxic. And we're gonna give him also a robot, okay? So he can fight. Alright, remember every hero is gonna have a different skills. First one is what hero. Of course, it's gonna be the hero number 2. And what hero number 1. The item ID of the skill, and now the level. So at level 0, you're gonna create missions. Is that you're gonna go here. Okay? And you need an NPC mob that is gonna give you the missions, okay? So first thing, remember in the first class we learned how to create an NPC. Well, you're gonna add the one we create on the first class. Of course, I already got it right here, but remember to check back that class if you want to see how we create that one. All right, and you're gonna go to the hero. All right. If you scroll down, you have an option that says interaction that allows you to create easy stores. Remember, we also learned that. But most important part, you will be able also to add some missions, okay? So to be able to add the missions, go to storyline and click on add new one, all right? You're gonna click on new and you're gonna create a new one, all right? The first like space is where you can create the mission of the storyline, okay? So in this case, it's gonna be chicken hunt, okay? All right. So you can use whatever icon. Most of the times of creatures of simple items. On this one, as we're gonna work with chickens, we're gonna keep that one, okay? Here we have some options, all right? For your first mission, don't do any precondition here. Just keep it like it is, because this is like for conditions to be able to get more missions, okay? So it's gonna be very important. You can set up if you already have another mission, that means this. So if you already finished another mission, you can have this mission unlocked. World time is only a specific amount of days or time you can start having this mission, or when you obtain an item, okay? So for the first one, you're gonna select no. You have more options here, but the first one you're gonna choose is who is gonna give you this mission, all right? So as an example, I'm gonna select Caca Fortachon because the other mob doesn't load yet. And you're gonna save. And you're gonna add it into your game, and then you're gonna, of course, enter the game, okay? Remember, always enter, otherwise it's not gonna work. All right, now I'm gonna re-edit the story. And on here, I can select now the mystery merchant I already created, all right? There is a cool thing here, and you have the storyline. How it works, it allows you to set up how it's gonna work this. So on the first one, you have the option to select like the story and what the creature is gonna tell you. So first one, as an example, hi, I have some problems finding food. All right. And here you can set up different buttons, okay? So the first one is gonna be what, like asking the questions for me. Remember, you can create this. And this you have like different options, all right? So you have continue with the dialogue, which is gonna show you the next text. Redirect dialogue. If you have more than one dialogue, you can go directly to the dialogue. And the dialogue, which is gonna be like just close the screen, and accept task, which allow you to set up some missions. As an example, if I select continue with the dialogue, what it's gonna do is gonna go to the next one, okay? So to add a new dialogue, you're gonna click here, and you see it's gonna create one, okay? So you can continue the story here. As an example, all my chickens have run away. All right? Please help me to recover them. All right? So if you click on what and it says continue dialogue, it is gonna go to the next one, that is gonna be this one. All right? So also we have the options to select more. Okay? So as an example, I can put here repeat again. Okay? And we're gonna redirect if we're gonna start the dialogue again. Okay? The second option is gonna be, do you need help? And this will allow us to save the mission. Okay? And I'm gonna explain that later. And also another option is, I say not interested. Okay? All right? And what is gonna do this is gonna end the dialogue. Okay? And we can save, and we can save and return and click on enter the game. What you're gonna see is this, and I'm completely hungry too. Glenn, I haven't eaten my breakfast yet. All right. Oh, I forgot to put the map here. Give me a second. Is this one right? Yeah, it is. All right. So once more, hey, I have problems finding food. And I click on what? Remember the option that is gonna be the next one? All my chickens had run away. Please help me recover them. If I click repeat one, remember that redirects and we can tell which one we want to move. So if I click on repeat again, it's going to start over. Repeat again, it's going to start over. Do you need help? Is going to accept the task. Or not interested is just going to close. All right? If I talk with him again, I can click on not interested whatever times I want. Okay? And finally, we have you need help, which allow me to accept the task. Okay? The task here is gonna be tag to a code. All right, because we haven't set up yet the mission. So the way we're gonna do it is you're gonna set up the mission just for him. You're gonna go to storyline, you're gonna go to chicken hunt, and you're gonna click on edit once more. When we say like, do we need help? We're gonna select here, and we're gonna select create a task. Okay, here is where you can create the missions. On here, we're gonna set hunt 5 chickens. All right, and we have different options: deliver item, defeat creature, or none. For scripts and triggers, we're gonna use this one, but for now we're gonna use the simple one, that is defeat creature. On here, we're gonna say what creature. In this case, it's gonna be a chicken, of course, and we're gonna kill 5 of them. Okay. On here, we can choose like what was gonna be the reward. Remember, we have money on here. We're gonna give like, I don't know, 15, 20 of money, and we're gonna give the player, I don't know, let's say a tool. All right, let's give him a, I don't know, an axe or a sword or a pair of wings to fly. And we also can add experience, but this is not gonna work as we're using levels, so don't worry for that. This is more for stars. Okay, now we have another options, but I'm gonna show you later. Okay, I'm gonna show you step by step. All right, what we are doing. And now we are waiting here in loads. All right, so if I switch to play mode, sometimes you're gonna have this error. It's normal that you cannot click on the mob. So if that happens to you, what you have to do is just exit. Remember, as all information is being saved, every time you leave here, you're gonna have to delete your progress, okay? When you submit it to the cloud, of course, because before there is no problem with it, but if your map is submitted, every time you did, you need to delete your progress. All right, hi, I have problem finding food. What? All my chickens have run away. Please help me to recover them. All right. So once more, repeat again is just gonna restart the process. No interest set is gonna close. But also we have the option that says, do we need help? All right. So something that could happen is that sometimes it doesn't save. Okay, it's normal. Sometimes maybe we have some problems with it. It's a bug. Don't worry. The only thing you need to do is click on here again, go to you need help, and you're gonna select hunt 5 chickens. Okay. All right. Of course, we need to put the mob that we need to kill. So we need to kill 5 chickens, right? So we're gonna put 5 chickens here. I think it's this one. Yes, I already have it in the hand. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chickens. All right. Once more, as I mentioned, it's probably not gonna work. Every time you edit, you need to exit and re-access to be able to see the missions. It's normal, guys. And what happened now? Why am I unable to move? All right, I am able. So, hi, if I have problems finding food, what do you need help? Wherever I'm gonna ask, where do you need help? And on here you have the different missions. For some reason, once more is not accepting the mission, but I think it's a bug, okay? Or do I didn't save it? Once more, confirm, confirm, save. And just in case, I'm gonna edit again. Storyline, just to be sure it's working now. Click edit. Yeah, now it's working. And now it's supposed to be working. Let's see if it's gonna work. Now I need to leave and exit again because, well, you know, once more, every time you change something in the storyline, you need to exit from the map and access again. All right. And I'm gonna click on him. Do you need help? And yeah, right now we have the mission. You see, we accept the mission, so we're gonna have that mission here, right? All right. So we have to kill the chickens. It's gonna be something a little bit, it's gonna take a time because the chickens used to run. All right. So it's gonna tell us here that we already have 1 of 5 chickens, all right? Let's kill that one. Second one, and as you see also our random loot system is working here on the background. Come on, don't run away. I just want you to me. On here we left 2 more chickens. Let's find out the chicken. Where is the chicken? All right, the chicken has a lot of bananas here. All right. All right, and it's telling us that the mission is already complete. All right, as you see, I didn't have to go all the way up to him to be able to claim, okay? I already got like the mission complete. All right, so as an example here, I'm gonna place an item here just to be faster and show you a couple of things more about the missions before the class overs, okay? Now you see that how that works. Now, if you want that the mission is gonna change a little bit, you can go to task and on there you can edit, okay? And if you want as an example that the player has to go back to the mob to be able to complete the task, click on here, all right? And on here you need to select which is gonna be the player who is gonna receive the task, okay? You can select a different one. As an example, he is gonna like give you the mission, but he is the one who is gonna receive like the chickens, and you only need to click here, confirm and save, and enter the game, okay? All right. So once more, this is not gonna work unless you go away from the map and you re-enter the map, okay? Remember, when you are dealing with missions, you need to exit and re-enter. All right. So wherever, oh, sorry. Okay. We're gonna take a blade with that, otherwise it's gonna take forever to kill those chickens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. We already have 5 of them. Oh no, we left 1. Is right here. Come on, mate. I only need AR meat. And as you see, I didn't have the reward yet. Of course, because well, we need now to deliver this to someone, okay? So if I do this, it's telling me to go and deliver. But if I talk with him, it's gonna tell me, hey, task finished, yes. And as you see, I have my mission here, right? Perfect. So as you see, we can set up missions with this. And one final thing I'm gonna show you is that also you will have a couple of options more. If you activate this one, it's gonna be who is gonna receive or not receive like the UE, which I always recommend to keep it. Also, you have the option to look for the task. That means that basically you can do the mission over and over, right? So if you have a delivered object, you can also tell the game what is going to tell you if you haven't completed the task. It's just the same, like you see before. As an example, have you killed the mob, the chickens? All right. And if you save and enter the game, you're gonna see that if you haven't completed the task, the delivery is gonna tell you like, hey, you haven't like get all the chickens, all right? That's like almost the final part they're gonna teach you for this. Okay, once more, we talk with him. Oh, sorry, not interested, no. Okay, accept the task. And if I go here, it's telling me, hey, have you killed the chickens? And you say no, because of course I haven't. But if I kill once more, this guy is gonna just let me claim the reward. I think I left 1 chicken, not sure, but just in case, let's kill 2 more. All right, and now if I talk with him, I say yes, and it's gonna give me the prize. All right. Oh, okay, guys. I think this part is easy to understand, but we're gonna also create a second one. I'm gonna be really quick. All right. This one is gonna be like get with. I say with, like not with. I say with. Okay. This is gonna be important because it can be malinterpreted. All right. And on this one, you're gonna get, or you know, get a carrot. All right. Preconditions. Here's when I'm gonna teach you how to use preconditions. When you click on here, you have to have a mission finished to be able to do this. Okay. So I'm gonna select chicken hunt. All right. Dialogue. I'm not gonna go deeper on this because we already know how it works, right? We're gonna save, we're gonna add it into the game, we're gonna recheck if everything is working, we're gonna set a target for him, and it's gonna be for the same person, the mystery merchant. It's gonna give you the second mission, alright? But only once you finish the chicken hunt. Alright? For the task list, we're gonna accept here. Search for Harold. And what we're gonna do, click is accept task directly because, well, once more, I already showed you how to do this. You're gonna create the mission, and for deliver item, you need to change this, and here you can choose what item you need. Of course, I need a carrot, and it's gonna give me 10 of it, okay? The experience reward, remember, is not working, so it doesn't matter. And that's it, all right? So we can just continue here. On here, once more, we need to select carrots, confirm, we need to save, we need to enter the game again, add max on the 17, and I will see all your maps and I'm gonna personally qualify them, okay? If you have any other questions, remember to reach me back on Discord. I will be able to help you out on there, all right? So for now, have an excellent day, guys. YeyoCore is saying goodbye for now, but for the next minicamp, I hope I see you there, all right? In the screen, I'm gonna let the last code. That is this one. And yeah, hurry up and claim it. All right, guys? Goodbye for now, and thank you for being part of this community.